Thank you for coming to Compass Starlight. This is going to be a weekend reading. I apologize, I always feel pressed for time to get these done and then to review, edit, and have a time and place with good connectivity to upload the videos with a fair amount of time. So hopefully this will make it up by Friday night. This is going to be a weekend reading. This is the Mantegna Tarot. This is my deck of archetype cards. This is a deck I use to get clarification on characteristics and attributes to which we can focus our attention, embody, aim, or strive to embody, to focus, attempt to emulate. We have Sun, card number 44. We have Calliope, card number 11, and the Duke, card number 7. This deck is the Divine Feather Messenger. This is a deck of oracle cards that I like for divine feather guidance. They're really beautiful. I am taking that. Beautiful cards and nice messages. So we have Goose and Blue Jay, I believe. Yes. Okay. I take it. I saw it. I saw it. I'm taking it. All right. And then finally we have the Neon Rider Tarot. And this is basically your traditional tarot with some surprising and yet splendid colors. So let's see what kind of messages the tarot has for us for this weekend reading. What can we expect for energies for this weekend? Ooh, all right. One more card, please. I get two. I will take them. We got Five of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Temperance, the Nine of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. Very interesting. I feel like a lot of these cards in this reading, as well as last reading, are cards that I saw in someone else's reading that I was watching online. Alright, so where should we start? Let's start with the Sun. So the Sun this year is an archetype for common sense. Act clearly and consistently. So consistency builds stability. Act clearly and consistently. Now that could be a message to be clear in your communication. Common sense, act clearly and consistently. So to be clear in your communication. Have common sense, that is to have, of course, balance and reason and emotion. We, of course, don't want to fall out of the wagon as it's flying through the sky, or the chariot, as it may be. We also have Calliope, card number 11 here. This is the archetype for psychology. Understand the origin of your sadness. And that's a card that we had yesterday. So this is, again, asking us to kind of pin down the source of ill feelings, right? Feelings of discontent. From where do those stem? And to process them, to harmonize them with this musical air instrument here, before we get to the full moon, which is coming up on the 21st, I believe. So today, I think today might be the 18th or 19th. It's been busy. I'm a little bit lost. And then we have the Duke, card number 7, and the Duke is the archetype for generosity. Sooner or later, generosity is repaid. Now, I find that very fitting for today. I was thinking about what kind of energies that we might have in this reading, because I do see the potential for a lot of exchange, mutual exchange, equal exchange, reciprocity, like 6 of coins type of energy, although we don't have that coming up here in this spread. But you may find that somebody helps you out, somebody gives you something, basically somebody extends a measure of generosity toward you or you to someone else, and you might have to consider how can you repay the favor, and not that it's a burden, but from the heart, what can you do for someone else to give of yourself in a way that is something that would be appreciated by someone. Am I being clear? I don't feel like I'm being very clear. If somebody, let's say, brings you a plate of dinner, it's not to say that you have to return the favor and bring them a plate of dinner. This is to say, if somebody brings you a plate of dinner, what, upon reflection, would serve them in their lives that would not be so much trouble to you, but something that you could extend to them that would serve them, serve a purpose, serve a function. It could be knowledge, it could be information, it could be a networking connection. I'm not talking about internet technology. I am referring to ways that we can help each other out. Exchange that doesn't necessarily involve monetary exchange. How can we help others? How can we help each other? How does this exchange lift us up, lift up others in our community? That was the Duke, generosity. Sooner or later, generosity is repaid. So you may be in a position where you're considering, how can you be balanced in your life, be balanced in your exchanges with others? Where is your energy best served, and how? With the Divine Feather Messenger deck here, we have the Goose, which says your dreams and desires are calling you to action. The journey begins today. And Blue Jay, the time is right to access and master your abilities. Do so with humility and control. So I will read these. Goose says, Goose has long been represented in mythology, folklore, and fairy tale stories, signifying ideas, expression, and the power of the quest. The Goose that laid the golden egg is a classic storyline about seeking and fulfillment. So you could consider or reflect upon what others might be seeking, and you may have the key to their fulfillment in material goods, for example. If somebody's seeking a contact to get a car repair, or looking, right, you kind of get the idea, looking for something that you have, whether it's information or it's a physical or material thing. Okay, so yes, The Goose That Laid the Golden Egg is a classic storyline about seeking and fulfillment. The goose feather has long been used as a standard writing instrument and represents communication and creativity. The migration patterns of geese might inspire your own journey of fulfillment by expanding to other worlds and experiences. The Goose Messenger has arrived to awaken you. All of those unfulfilled dreams and desires are stirring new energy within you and urging you to set out on a great quest. Now is the time to reflect on your deeper desires and what brings you a sense of joy. Then, with the great movement of Goose, pursue it swiftly. Does it seem impossible? This is no longer the case. The journey awaits you with open arms. The energies associated with this card and the goose and goose feather are travel, communication, and fulfillment. It's associated with the seasons of spring and fall, the elements of earth, water, and air, the colors white, black, gray, and brown, and the affirmation says, I now embark on my true quest and open my heart to fulfillment. And this also means and indicates that we must be open to receiving. We must be open to receive. And that when someone pays us a compliment or gives us something out of their own generosity, to show appreciation for what they have offered to us, even if it is something as simple as kind words. The blue jay says, blue jay has often been associated with the qualities of aggression and dominance in the bird kingdom, yet they are remarkably versatile birds. Their markings signify higher knowledge, and they are adaptable, with incredible skills of survivorship and family bonding. Blue jays are often observed in family groups, hunting and gathering together and defending their space. The jay is a noticeably talkative bird, and the correlation between their vibrant blue coloring and the throat chakra points to communication and essential truths. The energy of blue jay invites you to step forward and uncover your mastery. What is in need of support to realize a goal? This messenger reminds you that there are many paths to one end. There are times when we need to access a variety of skills and behaviors, some more forceful and others more passive. True mastery lies in the integration of all of the qualities, skills, and traits you possess, and using them appropriately. Look at the parts of yourself you have disowned, disavowed, or denied, and then invite them to return. True mastery is found in wholeness and truth. I find that to be a very significant message, that particularly the part about qualities that we may have, that we have disowned, disavowed, or denied. We are pure beings, divine in all our aspects, and we need to embrace and accept all of those aspects and characteristics that we possess as human beings on this planet. Honor the divine within yourself, even those things that seem like negative qualities, skills, or attributes. Being asked to apply those into our life, to assimilate them back into our life, our lifestyle, and our communication with a sense of balance, in order to bring back more authenticity to who we are and the way that we walk our path on this journey of life. The energies associated with blue jay and this card and the blue jay feathers are mastery, communication, and family. The season associated with the blue jay, it's all year round. Elements earth and air, and the colors blue, white, and black. Now, what we have here with the Tarot, we have the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and Temperance. To start out, so the Five of Pentacles is a card about being left out in the cold. It can be a card that represents struggle and strife. These two individuals could enter the church and find refuge there within, but they choose to remain outside the confines of the structure of the church, the structures of society and community. At times, this card can be seen as being left out in the cold. It is sometimes not as much of a choice as it is being ostracized and pushed out. Someone who lives on the fringe of society. Now, yesterday we did have this card in the reading for the midweek check-in, along with is actually a different deck that depicted a donkey, which to me did suggest being ostracized a bit. So perhaps we are being asked not to try so hard to fit in, but instead of pushing or forcing our situation, that feeling of being stuck outside and trying to change it, we're being asked to take a rest and perhaps even accept, right, those qualities that we push out, that we disavow. Take a rest. And here we have someone giving a blessing in the stained glass window. Taking a rest, internalization, right? Processing your thoughts, perhaps finding the origin of your sadness, getting forgiveness for perhaps things that have passed in life for which you regret, different occurrences, and accepting different situations, accepting that has all brought you to who you are today, and who you are is a beautiful, divine, splendid human being. To rest and accept that, and to find the balance in that. To be at peace with all that has gone and occurred in your past, all the decisions you have made up to this point. Accept that. Cherish that past. Honor that past. Rest, and then we can transform further as we continue to grow and expand into something new. And that growth can happen with this Temperance card, finding balance, processing the past and how it's made us into who we are, cleansing ourselves and healing ourselves. It could bring up some tough feelings. This Nine of Swords is not being able to sleep, sleepless nights, staying up in the middle of the night because you have all of these thoughts, thinking about things that you could have done, would have done differently, things that you may have done that you regret, choices that you've made, poor investments, poor decisions, things also that are completely out of your control. We have to release that. Where has there been conflict and confrontation in your life that you can steal away from that conflict? The Five of Swords here shows us a protagonist that has been on the battlefield picking up swords. We have someone in the background here who appears to be grieving. Are we picking up the swords after the battle? Whether the battle is lost or the battle has been won, we can put all of that in the past. Don't let it keep you up at night. All those pains, and I do see it as pains. As I was shuffling, the pre-shuffle came up with a Three of Swords. That is some heartbreak. It is a feeling of grief and loss. At times, some readers see it as the Three of Swords being a card of having been cheated on. And as I saw it in the pre-shuffle, that's not quite the take, the energy I picked up from it. And it didn't come out in the full spread on the table, but it did show itself. We have in our lifetimes experienced loss and heartbreak. We have been deceived, and we have deceived ourselves. But we are only human, and we have to accept that nobody walks a perfect path. Everyone stumbles along the way. Are you able to step up again, to pick yourself up, and to continue on the path? The Page of Swords says, take up your sword. With the knowledge that you have, take up your path, take up your knowledge, take up your wisdom, and with clarity, move forward, assert yourself, assert your boundaries, assert your path, assert your place in life, assert who you are. You are worthy, You are worthy for all the experiences you desire. You are deserving for all of the experiences you desire. Your dreams and desires are calling you to action. The journey, take up that sword. The journey begins today. This is the Visconti Tarot. We'll get a few clarifiers on this reading. It didn't work. Let go of the sadness. Process through it. Did not come out. I was thinking about it. I take that one too. So we have this one first, this flyer. 10 of Cups. It's great. 2 of Wands. Yes. All right, that's enough. Okay, I think we have this one here. The 8 of Wands. The Judgment card. Oh no, it's a lot. The World. The Queen of Wands. And the 6 of Pentacles, the card I was speaking about earlier. The 10 of Cups is full emotional fulfillment. Feeling content, feeling satisfied, the feeling of having achieved all your worldly, emotionally fulfilling desires. This is having everything you want that makes you feel good. And that doesn't necessarily mean material goods. It could be having communication that you want. Feeling the love through communication that makes you feel good and satisfied. This is having good relationships with people, good communication. It's the feeling of having everything that you want, need, and desire. And the 2 of Wands here is a card that suggests we need to take up the 1 wand and embark on a new journey. It is to seize the day, explore, go out into the world and explore your horizons. Pick up a new endeavor with enthusiasm. This is to take charge, and it is very much in alignment with this Page of Swords, to take up that new energy. The pages do bring messages, and this one is a message of clarity and information, intellectual information. It could be a message being presented to you that gives you the opportunity to grab hold with full gusto the wand to go out onto the horizon and embark on a new endeavor. The 8 of Wands. Is this the 8 of Wands? Actually, it's the 8 of Swords. Yes, I beg your pardon. That is the 8 of Swords. Just to be clear, this is the 9 of Swords. This is the feeling of being up at night, being stuck in thought. The 5 of Swords is a feeling of that the battle has been won. It's over, it's done, you can put things in the past, but it may not be over. The 8 of Swords here is a card suggesting a feeling of being trapped. And how do we get out? The traditional card depicts someone surrounded by swords and blindfolded, and the swords feel like a fence, like a prison, and really, because they can't see them, they could just take a step in another direction. And if the protagonist were to step in another direction, they would gain some freedom, be able to step out of that feeling of imprisonment. Likewise, they could take the sword and cut off the blindfold. So we do have some heavier feelings here. Feelings of being trapped, sleepless nights, worry, concern over things. We have this feeling of the battle being won, and yet it may not be over. Now, again, we have these other cards, the Four of Swords, suggesting we take some rest, we sleep on these things, we internalize them and really process. We find the origin of your sadness and transmute that. And the transmutation also comes with this card Temperance. You see the water in the fountain here, the water in the fountain here. It's mixing things and processing things and blending things, basically doing the healing. Ultimately, what we have here then next is the card of Judgment. And the card of Judgment suggests also, what I'm picking up for this reading is that there will be a karmic balance. You don't wait for someone to get their karma, but it does come back to the notion of generosity, and sooner or later generosity is repaid. Ill deeds also are repaid, and truly we shouldn't sit around waiting for the balance of our generosity, nor should we sit around waiting for the balance of karma when people have done us ill. We move through life, we focus on our own path, and understand and accept that other people will get what's theirs. We have faith in that. When I say other people get what's theirs, I am speaking about karma. And it could be that turns out somebody has some poor luck. On the other hand, if the person has acted with righteousness and done good deeds, they will also get what they deserve. They will get the rewards of whatever actions or behaviors or interactions they have performed in their life, and we just have to trust that that will happen. We don't focus our attention on that, and we don't focus our own attention on waiting ourselves for our own rewards and what have you. We focus on our path and stay busy trying to stay balanced. We have the world here. The world is your oyster. Don't let these feelings of being blocked, of being stuck in your head, of confrontational energy prevent you from pursuing all that life has to offer. There are so many places to go in this world, on this planet, in this lifetime. So many cultures to experience, so many different people to meet. Mind you, if you end up staying in your hometown your entire life, there are still opportunities to do new things that you have never done. There are opportunities to explore new places you have never seen. The world is your oyster. If you feel stuck inside, holed up, bound to a certain lifestyle or circumstance, this layout is telling us we have the ability to break through that bubble, to break through those confines and explore and expand our horizons. We have the potential for this wonderful sense of emotional fulfillment. The Empress, I beg your pardon, it's not the Empress, this is the Queen of Wands here. The Queen of Wands is an individual who has everything that she needs. She is independent. She is authoritative. She takes charge over her own life, and yet, at the same time, with her warmth, her charm and her fertility. Like, she can be perceived as someone who is seductive or sexy even. She has a charm that gets her where she needs to go. She has a charm that says she is independent and individual. She is looked at, therefore, in high regard, in high esteem. She is balanced and determined, and she's not afraid to be a leader. We are being asked to embody those attributes of this Queen of Wands, to take charge, to be okay with who we are, to be confident and bold and charming. And we can, with that energy, break through the bubble of confines. We can explore outside the confines of the institution. We can break out of the mental anguish, the thoughts that keep us up at night, the feelings of being entrapped. Find that clarity within you. The Six of Coins here is a card of reciprocity. This is, again, I had mentioned this in the beginning because it hadn't showed up yet in the reading. Six of Coins. Sooner or later, generosity is repaid. This is about reciprocity, that when you meet others, they will regard you as you regard them. It is an equal exchange. And sometimes we have to assert our boundaries so that people don't take advantage of us. And that is one thing also that the blue jay will do. The blue jay seems to be assertive and aggressive at times, but that blue jay, when that blue jay acts and behaves in that fashion, it is defending its territory. Defending its territory. It's defending its nest. It's defending its babies, its family. Yes, blue jays can be annoying and assertive and territorial, but they're protecting that which is of value to them. So let that be also part of the message for the weekend reading. Protect that which is valuable to you. Some of that which is of value to you should be the characteristics of your true, authentic identity, your true, authentic self that you put away. Don't hide yourself. Embrace yourself. Let go of any feelings of regret or remorse. Love who you are. All the decisions that you've made in life, those have made you who you are today. A divine being walking this planet as a human. Thank you for coming to Compass Starlight.